Please welcome Total Respawn with Reality Zombies and Reality Arcade.
Hi everyone, I'm Mark Belmarsh. I'm the founder and CEO of Total Respawn, and we create virtual reality arcade attractions. We have been at this for a while. We started back in 2016 when the HoloLens 1 came out. We developed a augmented reality zombie game using the HoloLens. And since then, we have opened and closed. Thank you. How's that? Better. Great. Since then, we've been a part of the MIT Play Labs. We've opened and closed 2 stores at 2 shopping malls and pivoted to VR in the platform. We'll start by showing you a little bit of our content from that period.
That was so cool. Back here real quick. Bear with me for a moment. All right, cool. So we iterated on our product constantly during that period, and we've arrived at what we believe is going to be pound for pound the most valuable location-based entertainment attraction on the market. Is that a video playing? Hang on one sec. All right, we're good. So before we get into that, I'll give you a little bit of context. Shopping malls were a good way for us to get started, but our target market is going to be location-based entertainment, or LBE. These are arcades and entertainment centers, places like Dave & Buster's. And it's that industry as a whole that has a problem. Since 2003, participation in entertainment centers has declined by about 20%. Whereas in the past, entertainment centers used to only compete with each other, today they also compete with every form of digital entertainment for our time and money. So simply put, leisure time is a zero-sum game, and Netflix, online gaming, and social media have increasingly been eating a larger and larger share of it. So our customers, the entertainment center operator, they have a critical need to populate their venues with attractions that are going to get people off of their couches and into the doors of their venues. And that is where VR comes in handy. Now, I think a perfect VR attraction has to align the needs of both the end user and the operator. End users, the majority of them are 70% are college-educated millennials. They have expectations of AAA quality content. They want to play in social games. Almost everyone goes to these places with friends and family. No one goes alone. And a great many of them would ideally like to have something cool to share on social media. Now, operators naturally want to provide all of those things to their customers, but it needs to be done with an attraction that generates a large profit with a relatively small footprint on their game room floor. So after 2 years in operation and more than 10,000 paying customers, we have designed an attraction that has all the attributes of a perfect VR solution and can be built in a cost-effective way. And that's the Reality Arcade. I'm going to swip back to another video real quick so I can demonstrate this. If you'll bear with me again. So the way it works is that people can just walk up, swipe their cards, and begin playing. In between games, the headsets are sanitized using the CleanBox technology. This uses the same UV light that hospitals use to sanitize their equipment. And this would make us, out of about 100 or so VR attractions that are on the market, one of only about 3 that are fully automated and do not require a dedicated attendant. This is going to save operators roughly about $20,000 per year. During our time in operation, we've noticed that people have quite short attention spans. If their friends are playing, they are going to get restless pretty quickly. And our solution to that is what we call our Spectator play features. And these are some controls on the outside of the cabinet that are going to allow observers to participate in the ongoing VR experience as it's happening by assisting their friends with ammo or power-up pickups, or they could even control an enemy zombie and kind of mess with their buddies a little bit. And then the final feature that I want to highlight here is going to be our mixed reality capabilities. So for those of you who don't know, mixed reality is when you are videoing a person and superimposing them into the virtual world so that it looks like they are actually there. This is by far the most compelling way to watch a VR game, and the only way to get good results with this is to use a complete green screen background.
in a lot of ways, our attraction is really purpose-built around optimizing these features. The entire interior here is green screened, and the players are always facing in a 180-degree direction to the front, which gives the cameras behind them kind of an ideal third-person vantage point. So this is being broadcast on the 2 large monitors on the front of the cabinet as it's playing. And also at the end of the game, players are going to be able to access a highlight reel with gameplay footage of their, let me pause this. They'll be able to access a highlight reel of some of their gameplay afterwards that they can share on social media. So that about wraps it up. Our ask for the audience is just to help us network. We're in kind of a niche area, and we're looking to raise the seed around this year. So with that, I'll open it up to questions. Thank you. Yes. Yes. We use Mixcast software. That's our partner that operates all that stuff. And that is already built in where if you have something like a fireball going over your shoulder, that will light up your body a little bit in that feed. Yes.
What do you think about, these things are growing to be pretty large in terms of numbers of users potentially, about stadium level with spectators, not remote spectators on Twitch, but present in the stadium watching virtual players?
It will get there eventually. I think that over the next 5 to 10 years or something like that, that the next professional sport isn't going to be created but invented using either AR or VR technology. Right now, I think the main thing stopping that is tracking. Tracking an area that large at the moment, as far as I know, it could have changed since the last year or so. You would need an entire array of optical tracking cameras, which is going to run you in a stadium, I don't know, $500 million, something like that, something crazy. So eventually it will get there. But yeah, that's something to look forward to, definitely.
Are you worried at all about damage to the equipment because it's an arcade? And do you have any plans for how to maintain everything so that you don't have an out-of-service game?
Yeah, good question. So are we worried about damaged equipment? Yes. For a self-operating unit, that is actually one of the biggest things. There are a couple of other attractions that have sort of blazed the trail and made public some of the ways that they've solved some of those problems already. So it will be a little bit of trial and error, but it seems like in our case, we should be able to avoid a lot of the points of failure that the other couple of attractions have run into.
They're on camera, so you'll know who broke it.
That's true. We've got a built-in security system.
Shared by Mafia.
Yes.
Is there modularity in the physical design, game design, or the novelty that would attract customers to play it for themselves?
Is there modularity in the physical design, the game design for repeat play? Modularity, well, we're going to be starting for the game design. That is the main focus, is to make it really engaging and inspire that kind of repeat play. So there will be a couple of different branching options. People can select different classes as an example, which would inspire repeat play. For the attraction itself, that will be pretty much static. But otherwise, it'll be a matter of developing new game content. That attraction is meant to be a platform to deliver the ultimate VR arcade shooter experience. There'll all be shooter games, and we'll kind of branch off and explore all those avenues. Yes? It would be possible. So we could take the game that we're developing and put it onto the HTC Vive, the PS4. It would be a little bit different. All of our games, we're kind of planning on putting a lot of movement into the game. So the core loop is going to incentivize a lot of stylish movement because we want even a rank novice to look like a badass in those mixed reality feeds. So our games might not be that appropriate for a in-home setting, depending on the amount of space that they have. But yes, it theoretically could. We are focusing entirely on location-based entertainment, and it'll be exclusive to that vertical. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. Good question. So millennials don't go to strip malls anymore. The 70% number is more for entertainment centers, and that is what our target market is going to be. We started in shopping malls. That was an easy way for us to set something up. Changed every couple of months based on customer feedback. But shopping malls, I don't think are really going to be a strong tangent market, if that makes sense.